Roland Willits, Omen Stories, visiting a very special man. This is my great and wonderful friend, Mark Braton. Mark is alive because of my mom. And I think it's sort of like destiny because now your son works with me, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Isn't that cool? Isn't that like a magic moment?
It's a lot of history went in there, but yes, it is magic.
Yeah, well, it happened how many years ago?
Well, it was about, it was in 1976, I believe.
1976.
75, 76. I was
Wow.
16 years old.
You were 16 years
No,
old.
actually I was 15. It was before I had my driver's license.
Before you had your driver's license. So you were driving a motorcycle
Without a license.
without a license. Ah!
That's how the farm kids did it.
Well, you know, I was just telling a story the other day about being picked up in Albert Lee driving Dad's truck.
Yeah.
And he got like a $200 or $300 fine for me. He was in the truck with me Saturday
Allowing
morning.
you to drive, yeah.
Yes, and you were driving right up here, right? Real close to the...
Right on that old 59, right. And I begged my dad to let me drive the motorcycle to Lake Lizzie. And he finally gave in against his better judgment. So we were driving in and I took off and come down here.
You get a little wild? Were you speeding at all? Having a good time?
No, not on the way down here I wasn't. I was just being a good kid. 34 was a busy road.
Wow, yeah, it is a busy road.
So anyhow, I was not to drive anything other than to the lakes, but they weren't here yet, so I thought I would run down to the Dairy Queen, which is closed now, but there was a little Dairy Queen right on 59, about a mile from the cabin. So I shot down there real quick, and when I got to the end of the road, I was going a bit too fast to make the corner. So I was hitting the brakes and then there was a car coming. And I couldn't make the corner and miss the car. So I downshifted, throttled it into the ditch, full power, and started rolling and sliding and tipping. And my foot was in the spoke, and all I remember is sliding across that road, face first. And it was real dusty, dirty, dry, and I remember laying there face down, and I was in convulsions, shaking. And some lovely old lady came to my rescue, and I remember her sitting on her knees and had me in her lap, and she picked my motorcycle up with one hand and reached over and took my foot out of the spokes, and she flipped my motorcycle over, which irritated me because that was my new motorcycle. And she flipped it. So then at that time I pleaded with her. I said, just help me up, because I was, wasn't supposed to be there. And I said, just help me on my motorcycle and I'll drive away. Well, I didn't realize that I was all cut up and all blood. And someone had called the ambulance, and your ma stayed with me until I was loaded on the ambulance and went on my way.
Wow.
So, and then from that day on, I have visited and thanked and praised your mother ever since.
Did you know Ma said when she was down there and grabbed you, you weren't breathing and she had to take stuff out of you?
I wouldn't doubt that at all.
Wow, isn't that something?
Yep.
And you've been visiting her for all this time since, haven't you?
Yep. She's been a special lady my entire life.
Yeah, my mom and his savior.
That's
95
right.
this year.
She's
still
95,
as
yeah.
still as ornery as ever.
Still is ours. She's a real unique woman.
Okay. And I want to introduce you to someone that may not have been here if it wasn't for my mom. Zoe, Coy, want to come over and we'll lift you up and we'll get you right in front of the camera. Come on.
Come here.
This is not kids, these are great grandkids. These are Josh's, your son's grandkids. Isn't that a marvelous old
Well, I
man
hate
story?
to correct you.
No.
These are my son's kids.
Did
My grandkids.
What did I missed it. I missed it. That's what I was thinking.
You were.
I was, I guess it was camera shy.
I think the old man would just kick it in. These are my grandchildren.
That's right.
So.
And they are wonderful. And say hi to the camera. Say bye, everyone.
See yourself in the camera?
See you. You'll be on the net in a week or so.
Sounds good.
Wonderful. Okay, we're all done.
All right. That was.
Old Men Stories returning home from a very special moment